Hello, everyone. It's Friday night. It is Friday, is it the 17th? Yes, the 17th of November, 2023. And here we go with another Friday night of fun crafting. Hello, everyone. Okay, let me have a little look here. I can see we've got a few people. Oh, bird just flew right up above my window. I don't know what it's doing, but anyway. Has everyone had a fantastic week? That's what I'd like to hear. Any good news stories that we can hear about this week? Anything fantastic that has happened in your world? This is our little escape place on a Friday night. So this is where we try and keep it as positive as we possibly can. And obviously, sometimes things happen and it's not always a perfect world, but we do like this to be a little escape place. So I like to keep it as positive as we can. Hello, Rose. Hi, Margaret. Hey, Marilyn. Hi, Nancy. How are we all? Cherie is here. Hello. I see you were giving me a little countdown before I started, Cherie. I noticed, Cherie, that you said a couple of things. I didn't know about the fact that I could turn the chat to subscribers only. I'm wondering if that's worth doing. I do like to hear from people who've never watched me before, and sometimes those people haven't subscribed yet because they've only just found me. So if this is your first time, or even if it's not your first time, if you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button on YouTube if you're watching on YouTube, because that helps me be seen by more people. And I have this little personal goal that I'm trying to get myself to 10,000 subscribers. So nothing magical happens when you get to 10,000. It's just a number that I've picked out of the air that I thought it sounded like a nice number, a nice round number that I wanted to set myself a little goal to get to that. So it's a personal goal, nothing special, but you guys can help me get there. So right now, and I did check before this video, I was at 9,568. So not too far to go to the big 10,000. So if you can press the button, that would be awesome. That would be so good. You told Ellen too. Well, there you go. I did not know that. I do have it set up, Cherie, that no one can post a link. So I don't have any. For a little while when I first started, I had, the odd inappropriate links being posted in the group. That can't happen anymore. So I'm the only one who could post a link in the chat. Nobody else can, which I'm happy with that. That's fine. But I didn't know about the fact that I could only open up the chat to subscribers. So there we go. Hey, Joan, how are you? Nice to see you. Hey, Kelly. Hey, Katrina. Hello, Leslie. What kind of a week have you had? I saw those beautiful pictures of your granddaughter's, was it her formal? I think it was. End of year 12. How exciting. Hey, Janine. Nice to see you. If I have missed anyone's names, I am so sorry. But we'll get started. I've just got some vague ideas of what I would like to play with tonight, and then we'll just see where that takes us. Very often my Friday nights and Sunday nights are like that. I don't even know. I might have a rough idea of what I want to do. Occasionally I know exactly what I'm doing, but that's pretty rare. So you guys help me make up my mind, and that's why I ask you as we go through, this or that. What do you think about this? What do you think about that? And you guys always guide me in the right direction. So thank you. Thank you so much. All right, let's go over to the desk. So I'll click the button, and here we go. This is our current mini catalogue. So here's something important to tell you. I've actually got a few things to tell you. First of all, we had a sale the other day on basics like paper and ribbon and inks, but only things from the annual catalogue. This week, next week, the 21st of November, this catalogue is going to get its turn because this catalogue, the last chance list or the retiring list, comes out this week. Okay. Now, I actually do already have a copy of it. And if anyone wants a copy of that last chance products list, I will put a post in my VIP group because it's only appropriate if you're in Australia, because that's where the last chance products are. These prices are, the last chance products are going to be in all markets, but the prices on my piece of paper only apply here. So I'll only have it on my VIP group because that's where all my Australian girls are. So if you're in the VIP group, and if you're not, I'm going to put it up on the screen so that you can, this is the name of it. So you can search for it if you want to. Linda Dolke's private Stampin' VIP group. It's a bit of a mouthful, isn't it? Probably need to rethink a snappier, faster, shorter name, but that's what I set it up as. And if you go searching for that, You just have to answer a couple of membership questions so that I know that you're in Australia, and then I let you in. So it's nice and simple. And the reason that I do that is because that way I'm working with Australian prices. And if I do giveaways, it's here in Australia because I can't do them overseas. So I can't sell products to overseas customers. But you're very welcome to learn from me, and I hope that you will. I hope that you'll still watch and enjoy all the crafting and making that we do. So this catalogue it's almost at the end of its life. It feels like we just arrived, but it was September, October, November, so nearly up to the end of November, then December, and it finishes up on the 3rd of January. Okay, so it's well over halfway now, and so that's why the retirement list is coming out. When you are looking at these catalogues, there's a couple of things that's really good to know. Up the back is where all the bundles are, and so there's a special price if you're buying stamps in a punch or stamps and matching dies. There's a bundle price for that, which is 10% off all the way through the catalogue. And then sometimes some of these products end up going into the annual catalogue when the next annual catalogue comes out in May, but usually they don't go over as bundles. So if you love a bundle, you're better off to get it out of this catalogue when you get the 10% off. For example, I'm going to tell you one right now. For example, the Autumn Leaves stamp set and dies, and it tells me that those are on page 44. Okay, if I just go and have a little look at them. So there's the stamp set and there's the dies. Those are currently a bundle, okay? They're a beautiful set. They're actually... Amy Condes is the one who actually helped design these as a $1 Million Achiever set. Just beautiful. And it is going to be carrying over into the next annual catalogue, but not as a bundle. They'll be separate items. So it'll be the stamp set and the dies. They will be priced separately. You won't be able to buy them as a bundle together. Okay, so you will still be able to get them, and they're really, really beautiful. And so that means you don't have to rush to get them now, but if you want the bundle price, then I would get them now, or I get them before this catalogue ends. Okay. Does that make sense? Am I making sense with what I'm talking about there? Let me take my banner down. Take that off. And go back to the comments so I can see what you're doing. Hello, Sylvega. How are you? You didn't include any sale items? No, you didn't. You didn't. And you know what? I was really relieved that you didn't, because your order came through, Cherie, at 12:01, and you would have been so cross if you had sale items on there, because they would have finished at 12 o'clock, and it wouldn't have gone through. So I was really relieved to see that you didn't have any sale items on there. That made me so much happier. So, but thank you so much for your order. That was a lovely thing to wake up to this morning. So, there we go. Yes, etc. Everybody, etc. Exactly. All right. So that's hopefully why. And so when you're looking at the retirement list, some of the items have asterisks. Can you see little asterisks? Or little asterisks here in this column. The print on these is really hard to read because they're so tiny. But if you're someone who wears glasses for reading like I do, I find it's much easier to read it on the screen on your computer, because you can usually blow that up. You can enlarge it. The other thing you can do is you can also print it. Instead of printing it in portrait like this, you can print it in landscape. It takes up more pages, but because it goes this way, the print is larger. So that's just a little tip if you're wanting to print out the lists. Okay, so I will put the lists available up on the VIP group for everybody. All right. So as I look through all the bundles, you can see there's lots and lots and lots of bundles. We love our bundles. When you get to the end of that, there's this catalogue at a glance section. I love this. I love that they've done this for us, right? All the stamps here are in alphabetical order, so it makes it super easy to find all the stamp sets. Then all the dies are in alphabetical order, okay? And the hybrid embossing folders and the normal embossing folders. I'm very, very excited about a few of the things that are not being retired, things that are not discontinuing. For example, the deckled circles are not going to be retired, but they won't be going into the new catalogue either. They're going to be an online exclusive item after the end of this catalogue. Does that make sense? So I hope that does make sense. The Distress Tile embossing folder, which is my absolute favorite embossing folder at the moment. That one isn't going either. That one's carrying over. Let me just double check. Yep, that is correct. So that one's staying. So that's this beautiful tile kind of, I love this pattern. I've been using it lots. It's my most used one at the moment. So I go through stages, the different ones. All the papers just about are going as they normally expect, as you normally expect them to, except for two. Okay, and I was really excited to see which ones they are. The beautiful Winter Meadow, which is just beautiful, this paper, that is staying, that gorgeous paper. So that tells me that's going into the new catalogue. So I'm excited about that. And I'm just looking to see the other one. I just want to make sure I'm telling you the right thing before I go ahead and tell you. Where am I? Yes, Winter Meadow is definitely staying. The other thing it's staying is the oxidized copper paper. That's going to go into the new catalogue. So that probably will be our specialty paper in the new catalogue because that's beautiful. So very excited about a few of those things, but everything else on this page is going. Okay, so I thought I might play tonight with a couple of things that are leaving us. The adhesive back glitter sequins, those are staying, I think I saw. Let me double check that. Glitter sequins, where are they? The navy and gold glittered ribbon, that is staying, guys. So that'll be in our next annual catalogue. So happy about that. Where are the glittered ribbons? Oh, glittered sequins, I should say. Maybe I thought I saw them. I can't see them now, but maybe I'm just not looking properly. But the other thing I was really excited about is the where is it? The blooming pearls. Those are staying. And there was something else, the silver and white silver edged ribbon. You know, that's that beautiful sheer ribbon with the white ribbon with the silver edges. That's staying as well. So we've got some lovely things that are carrying over. But then we've got a whole 2 pages nearly, well, 1 and a bit pages of stuff that are actually retiring. And some items have discounts. Not that many, but a few. And the highest discount is 60%. Most of them seem to be around the 20, 30 mark. So if you want the discounts, you need to wait till next Tuesday when they're released. But other than that, if it's an item that you want that's not discounted, I wouldn't wait, because if they sell out, you'll be disappointed, and we know that happens. So that's just a little bit of advice for you. These faceted gems, those are staying as well, although they're out of stock at the moment, but they are staying. Let me have a little look at what you've just said there. I see you've made a lovely big comment. The one thing Stampin' Up should do that they don't is have a line of staples, e.g. nested shapes tools should be a permanent fixture. Most of the tools do stay in, year out. We've got some things that, like, for example, basics, like I would consider, you know, obviously basic white cardstock, grid paper, that's been around as long as I can remember. Stampin' Scrub has been around as long as I remember, and of course cut and emboss machines, that kind of stuff. So most of the tools are fixtures. They can change if, you know, for various reasons. In the past, things have changed because the manufacturer has gone out of business or something like that. Some of our items that Stampin' Up doesn't make, they don't have control over those things, so sometimes those do change. How do we see the live chat on a replay? After about 24 hours, the chat will reappear automatically. It will be there. So you don't need to worry. The chat will be there. It just doesn't show up straight away. It shows afterwards. Oh, the Penguin Punch is $8. Oh, my goodness. Is that in clearance rack? I bet it is. That would be in the clearance rack. So, yes, we do have some really great things in the clearance rack. So that's definitely a useful thing for you. All right. So one of the things that is retiring is the Stars at Night bundle. All right. This is going, and I thought, well, let's do a couple of little things with that tonight because it's so pretty. I'm going to keep it really, really simple. I'm just looking. So yeah, the Stars at Night photopolymer set, the Stars at Night hybrid embossing folder, and the bundle. All of these are going. Okay, so are they going to be marked down? The Stars at Night photopolymer set by itself will be marked down 10%. If you're getting the bundle, that's 10% off already. Okay, so if anyone is looking at getting any of these, that you have a bit of time unless they sell out. But if there's something you are desperately wanting, I wouldn't wait too long. Otherwise, there's no rush. Okay, if you're not concerned. So I'm going to pull these out. And I'm just going to do a couple of things, like I said, with some retired product. I am going to use this one tonight because I want to do, actually, you know what? I'm going to start just with doing some embossing without the dies. How about that? And I'm going to bring something in that I haven't used yet. And it is retiring. And it's in our annual catalogue. Sorry, it's in this mini that's retiring. And this is the beautiful, there's 4 sheets in the pack. 2 sheets of the Granny Apple Green. You can see me up there. Look, I need to make sure I've got nothing in my teeth because you can really see how good this is. And then 2 sheets of the Melon Mambo. So it's Granny Apple Green and Melon Mambo foil paper. And it's part of the suite that's at the front of the catalogue here. Let me just see. Part of this Merry, Bold and Bright. So it's all the bright colours. And there's our number 4, Melon Mambo and Granny Apple Green 12 by 12 foil sheets. Okay, so these are going. I really like them though. Just double checking I have told you the right thing. I'm going to be doing, yep, they are definitely retiring. And they're $17.50 if you're wondering here in Australia. So the question is, are we going to do our stars on the Melon Mambo tonight, or are we going to do them on the Granny Apple Green foil or Melon Mambo foil? The first person to comment is the one I'm going to cut and use. So what do you think? First person. You watched a video a week old. Depends. If it was one of my it depends if it was it definitely a live, because I've been doing a few pre-recorded ones lately and they won't have chat. First person is Melon Mambo. Actually, the first 3 are Melon Mambo. So it looks like Melon Mambo it is, not Granny Apple. We're going with the pink. So very un-Christmassy, but that's okay. So I'm going to cut this at, I think I'll make it, I'm going to go 9.5 centimeters. Or if you were doing this in inches, you would go 3 3/4. And then this would be 5 inches long. But in centimeters, it is 13.8. So 13.8 long by 9.5. Okay, and I'm going to put this through my embossing folder. Now, the only thing is when you use this embossing folder, you might notice that the stars actually go this way. They go sideways. So you don't want to put it in this way unless we're going to go landscape. But I'm actually going, I would like mine to be portrait. So I want it to go this way. And you can have, you can position it so your star's right in the middle if you want it to be. I don't necessarily want it to be. I'm just going to change the positioning slightly like that. And then I'm going to pop it through my cut and emboss machine. So I'm going to pull that into the main screen. And this is a 3D embossing folder. Let me just zoom out a little bit so you can see better. Ooh, I hope that's okay. A little bit crooked, I know. All right, so when we do this, some of you have seen this before, so please bear with me. For 3D embossing folders, you want to get rid of all your plates, everything except for the base plate. The base plate number 1 is the only one you're going to keep. And then you're going to position. Now, the other nice thing about these, they have a line here. So you can make sure, if you want to make sure it's straight, just make sure that your paper inside is running parallel with that. And I always have it go through so that the hinge goes through first, because supposedly that is less hard on your plates. Sorry, on your embossing folder. And then I need the specialty plate, which is this one, number 4. This one comes with the machine when you buy it, but you can buy it separately, the specialty plate. It's in the catalogue if you like, if you don't have one, or if you've misplaced it or something like that. But it's definitely the best results with your 3D embossing folders. All right, so let's pull all that off. Get rid of this. And I'll bring that back down. Now, I will need to cut again in a moment, but I might make it a super fast cutting away from the desk. Let's have a look and see how this looks. Now, the reason I wanted to do this with the foil is because foil embosses so beautifully. Okay, it's stunning. Look how gorgeous this is. Can you see how nice? So it's a wow straight away, even not doing anything else to it. I love this. All right, so I'm thinking I'm going to put this just because I can. I'm thinking we'll put it on a black background. The black background is just going to act as a matte. So it's not going to be a feature of it, but it will highlight. Pink and black look amazing together. They always do. I don't know why. They just really work so well together. I mean, if I got into color theory, there probably is a really good reason, you know, about where they go on the color wheel or something like that. This is going to be 14.3, or if you're doing in inches, 5 1/4 by 10, or if you're inches, 4 inches. I had someone say the other day on one of my I don't know if anyone saw it, somebody commented that I should stick to inches or stick to centimeters, but don't do both. Do you think that's right? Do you think that's what I should do? I do both, and there's actually a really good reason why I do both. And I'm going to tell you what it is. The reason I do both is because if I just do inches, I have people email me or message me and say, please, can you do centimeters? If I just do centimeters, I have people message me and say, can you please do inches? And sometimes I get those messages like weeks and weeks after I've done a video. And it's a bit of a problem because I don't always have the time to go back and find which video it was and redo the measurements and try and work it all out. So it's just easier for me to do it at the time. I cut that a little bit long. There we go, that's better. All right, so I've got my black behind here now. All right, looking good. And I'm going to do a very simple greeting. I'm going to go with this one that says, wishing you the best and brightest holiday season, which seems appropriate for this beautiful bright foil, doesn't it? So let me pop this here. And what I like about this particular stamp is that it has a matching die, so that's going to make our life easier. And I'm just wondering, I think I will do this on white, and I think I will do it. Let me see if I got any pre-cut white or if I got to cut more. No, it doesn't matter. I think I'll do it in Melon Mambo. So got my Melon Mambo ink out here. And let's just pop that right there. I really should have a mat under this for a photopolymer stamp, but with greetings or line drawings, it's not as important as a more solid stamp. You can see that stamp's just fine. Thanks, Margaret, for the thumbs up. That's awesome. Oh, did I miss your comment there, Donna? I'm sorry. Huh, that's interesting. I wonder what's changed. Well, yeah, I think I will keep. She didn't make me want to change what I'm doing. I just thought, you know, I'm sorry that you don't like one, you know, one or the other. I'm sorry that you don't like both, but that's just the way I'm going to do it because I don't have time to go back and try and work it out later. So that way it's all done on the video and I haven't got to worry about it again. All right, so where did I put? Here we go. First missing item of the night. A moment ago, I had the dies for this. Here they are. Here they are. Found them. All right, so this is the die that I want. This one here. You can see it's a perfect fit. Love that. We love that, right? And I'm going to run this through my machine. I'm not even going to bother to bring my machine in. It'll just be quicker. Well, it would be if I had all my plates and things. Here we go. And I'm going to run that through my machine. The thing is, I've realised, especially when you're doing something like this, you just have to do what you like to do because you're never going to keep everyone happy. That's just the way it goes. That's what I have discovered. Right. Now I'm deciding where this should go. Should this go here so we can see the big star and we can still see the others? I think it probably should. The other option is I put it up higher, but then we're going to cover up part of our star, our big star, but that doesn't matter. Okay, what do you think? Should it go up high or should it go down low? I actually like the design of it better up higher, but I'm wondering about how much it's covering. What do you guys think? Yeah, you just got to do what makes you happy, right? I'm just looking. Who was it? Donna. Yeah, I don't know. Who knows? I tend to use centimeters for cards, and I'll use inches for other things. So, you know, if the paper is 6x6 paper and I'm working with that, I very often use inches because, you know, if I do 3 inches, well, it's exactly half the 6x6 piece, you know. So it depends on what I'm cutting. And of course, the tricky thing is you can't just do a straight conversion because American cardstock and our cardstock is a different size, right? So it makes it really, really tricky. So we just do what we do and we'll work it out as we go along. So I'm going to put these on here. What did people say? Low says, yeah, everyone's saying low. Okay, that's what I thought too. All right, so I am wondering whether or not this is going to need anything else. So I'm going to position this probably about here. The most important thing is probably just making sure it's the same distance from each side, and that looks good. It doesn't really need any bling tonight, does it? Because it's so shiny already. I think we'd lose our bling. It's going to need a white card base though. So I usually have a whole bunch of white card bases cut up, and I've just run out, so I better cut one. And how quick and easy is this card, right? So just with beautiful paper. And I'm going to fold that over. It's really funny too. I had another message from a lady who saw my craft room video that I did last week and sent me a message to ask me where did I buy all my all my cubes. And if anyone is wondering that, they all come from IKEA. And I'm just going to pop this on here. You notice when I use my seal, I run it along and then I kind of flip it up at the end. And that helps it run smoothly and come off the roll properly. All right. Do we need to do anything else to this? Possibly not. We could use some of that sheer ribbon with the silver edges. That would look nice. Or we could just leave it as it is. Sand the star a little to give a bit more definition. I could, but I don't know how that would go with this foil paper. Is it going to sand? We can find out, I guess. I don't know if it will. But anyway, you know what the only bad thing about this card is? It's going to be super hard to photograph. I'm not even sure how I'm going to do that. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll do a video or something instead, because photographing foil can be really, really tricky. I did years and years ago, I did a copper foil card. It was black and copper because I love that combo. And there was a light like this one, the one that I've got straight up here. And just like this, see how there's like right now you can see a light. And I had photographed it and the light was actually in it. And at that stage, my photos were, I'm not a brilliant photographer, but they were not even as good as they are now. And this lady got so upset, so angry with me because she watched the video and she said I never showed in the video how to get the effect of the light on the main part of I think it was an ornament. You know, you never showed how to do that. I'm like, it's just the light in the photograph. And she was so angry. She was, she gave me a thumbs down and did all the things because she did not want me not showing how I got that special effect, which wasn't a special effect. But hey, you can't keep everyone happy, right? That seems to be the theme tonight. You get, snail and seal. Snail is not as sticky as seal is much stickier. Sorry, just having a drink. All right. So that is card number 1. And the only thing I thought that would look good would be maybe some black and white stripe down the bottom here. That would look really good. Ooh, We have some black and white gingham ribbon. That could look good. Didn't think of that. Actually, I noticed after our sale this week that the gingham ribbon, we'll see, that would look rather good, wouldn't it? Let's just see. I'll tie a quick bow and we'll see how that looks. I noticed that this ribbon sold out in the sale, but it'll be back soon. Things are coming back. Even though things did sell out quickly, things are coming back quickly. So there are still quite a few cardstock colours not available. But yeah. What do we think? Do we like the black and white ribbon? I think that might look good. I feel like the card needs something. I'm just trying to work out what it is. Do we like that? It kind of stands out on here, so let me add it. The vanilla and black ribbon, which is in the mini catalogue, that is not sold out. Oh, I wonder if that's retiring. Is that on my list? Let me see. It's actually easier to look at this list because it's a much shorter list of what is what is staying. So that's the smaller list. If I have a little look in here, so there's the ribbon I'm talking about, the black and very vanilla ribbon. This is a wider ribbon than this one. This one's very thin. The white and black is a thinner one. And then this one is, I think this is like 1/2 centimetre or something. I'm not sure. But this one is a full centimetre wide. So yeah, that's a bit, it's not quite 1/2 centimetre. It's a bit bigger. Anyway, so this is page 29. So if I go to page 29, there it is here. And on my retiring list, this is by page number. So I can go to page 29. And where is the... Ooh, I can't see it there. There it is. It's carrying over. The black and very vanilla large check ribbon is carrying over. So it's not retiring. So there you go. Do we like that? Do we think that looks better with that? Megan's here. Hello, Megan. How are we? Hey, Jamie. Nice to see you. Didn't buy anything in the sale. That's okay. You know what? That makes a lot of sense to wait for new stuff. I didn't buy very much either, but I did stock up on basic white cardstock, thick and normal, because I go through basic white cardstock so much, as you can probably imagine. And I got some 12 by 12 basic white. I got some envelopes. So I got just a few basics that are things that I need all the time. So yes, I did talk about that before, Elizabeth. You might not have been here. If you download it to your computer, you will be able to enlarge it on your computer, like blow it up a bit bigger. So that makes it easier. And the other thing you can do is, if you're going to print it out landscape. It'll take up more pages, but the print is larger. Okay, so so there you go. So not better? You think it's okay? Well, I'm going to call that done anyway. Believe it or not, when I remembered that this ribbon was available, I turned around and there was a little bit of it on the floor. So that's where I picked it up from. Probably shouldn't confess that kind of thing, should I? Never mind. All right, so that is using the Retiring Stars at Night and also the matching hybrid embossing folder and the, what was the other thing I just said? Something. I said something. Who knows? All right. I'm going to move a couple of things out of the way and we'll get started on card number 2. And I thought I might pick something that is new to the online exclusives that we haven't played with yet. Well, maybe. Well, let's have a look and see. I've got, there's a new set and it is called Softly Said is the name of the set. It is like a watercolor word set. And I like watercolor word sets because they actually do really look like they've been watercolored. They're a little bit, and they're like a distinctive set. So they're darker and lighter in different places. So, you know, you have the strengths here in the T, and then as you can see, it kind of fades out like it was watercolored. So I like that. All right, I think that's the one I want to use, the Thank You, because it's the only one I've actually put together out of the set so far. And I'm going to pop this on a block. I don't think it fits on D. You actually need E block for this one. So it's pretty big. These, I was thinking these would be really nice on a scrapbook page. You know, the celebrate would be great on a scrapbook page. You are loved would be really good on a scrapbook page. And I thought that I've got a scrapbook class coming up in a couple of weeks, and I will probably pull this one out for that. Not 100% sure, but that's what I'm thinking. And then we have a set called, let me find it because I pulled it out before we started so that I would have it on my desk. And of course now it's not. Goodness me, guys, I'm doing it again. Why do I lose things all the time? Seriously? All right, so what I wanted to talk to you about, and I'll show you in the catalogue while I find it, and it is the deckled circles, which are up towards here they are, here on page 63, okay? I actually think these are fabulous, and I think that they definitely didn't show them to their best advantage in this catalogue. And that sometimes that is, here they are. Oh no, that's not them. They're a larger set. But what I find is that I will see a set like this that I think is super, super useful, super, super good, and then it's not shown very well in the catalogue. And I'm thinking, why do people do that? Right, well, why do I do this? Why do I lose? You know what? I can show you another set because I've got a second set here. You're thinking, what? Found them. So I didn't even have to open up my second set. The second set I'm thinking about doing as a giveaway in the VIP group at some point because I ended up with a second set by chance. I'm a bit lucky. I placed an order and I received in the order, there should have been one deckled circle set and there was two. So I rang Stampin' Up and said, hey guys, sorry, but there was two of these. And they said, don't worry about it. Thanks for letting us know, but you keep them. I'm like, cool. So I'm thinking I might do them as a giveaway. How good would that be? These are the deckled circles. How fantastic are these? So, so good. How many are there? There are 14, okay? And they go from really tiny, like about an inch across, as you can see, all the way to almost 6 by 6 size. You can cut this, this circle will cut from a 6 by 6 piece of paper. So you would get 4 out of a 12 by 12 piece. It is really, really nice. Okay, so you can do all kinds of things with these. But I'm actually going to, I'm going to stamp this. Didn't I just have this on another piece of paper? No, it doesn't matter. And I'm thinking what colors. Now I'm thinking about using the gorgeous autumn leaves paper. This is retiring, this paper. So this is one that you'll definitely want to get your hands on. Is it on sale, I hear you ask? Let's see. I don't think so, but let's see. So it is with the All About Autumn 6 by 6 paper. No, not on sale, but is going to retire. All right, so the advantage of what they've done this time is they've let us know that the sets are going to retire, but they haven't, and they've given us the details even before. Usually they don't come out until the day that the sale starts on the retired items or the discount starts. So I'm actually really glad to have the heads up to start knowing, which means if something's not on sale, you don't actually have to wait to see if it's going to be discounted. We already know what's going to be discounted. All right, so I've got my All About Autumn paper here, and I'm thinking, what color would I like to have? Oh, you know what? I'm leaning towards my current favorite color, which is Pretty Peacock. We could go Pretty Peacock, but you see me use that a lot, or we could go Moody Mauve. What do you think about Moody Mauve? Would that be nice? Also, there's Mossy Meadow. You can see how good these colors all look together. And this is Copper Clay. So we've got a few choices for our color. Ah, yes, I did see that good snowman made with the deckled circles as well. Yes, they are awesome. And like I said, they're not retiring. They will become online exclusive. So you'll still see them in the online store. Yes, you were, Leslie, because that did sell out the Night of Navy cardstock. There was a few others as well. New product question from your, oh yes, I showed those. Did you not see it? I did an unboxing yesterday. So you can go back and watch that one after this if you want to. I think it goes for about 40 minutes and I got lots and lots and lots of stuff. Very exciting. I'm having a little look to see. Moody Mauve, says Margaret. All right, Moody Mauve it is. I don't think I've done a lot with Moody Mauve, so let's see. All right, so we've got a couple of choices. Let me pick one. There's this one with the kind of, there's a couple of different ones with Moody Mauve. This one's got like a, I'm thinking maybe this one because I haven't used that, I don't think, at all. But they're both nice, aren't they? Look at all of these gorgeous colors. I do need, for anyone who's listening, I did have craft along scheduled for next Saturday, not tomorrow, but the following Saturday, the 25th. However, we've had a death in the family, and even though it's not someone I'm super close to, so you don't need to see if I'm all right, everything is okay. But my dad, it's my uncle, my dad's older brother, and my dad and his wife, they lived, my uncle lived in Sydney, so dad and his wife are coming down during the week this week, and we'll be staying from Wednesday to Saturday, which means I'm going to move craft along this time. I'm going to move it to the following Wednesday. I think that's the 30th or the 29th. So that's just how it is this time. So no, you don't need to be sorry. Completely fine. I'm just going to move craft along because I'm going to I have to take them down to the funeral because they're not sure about driving down there. So number 2, said somebody. So you mean this one? Is that the one we mean? Is that the one you're saying? Somebody say yes if that's the one you want. Yeah, exactly. So it's also going to knock out a few days out of my schedule. So and you can't plan for these things, right? So so that means I need to push everything back a little bit. So not this one. You mean this one? Is that correct, Cherie? Yeah, Dad asked me whether would I be able to drive them to Sydney, and of course that's no trouble. So Sydney does not faze me. I'm pretty comfortable driving in the city. All right, so I'm actually, this is a new Moody Mauve. I'm actually going to stamp it on here and just see it's quite strong, isn't it? And then if I was to do it again, that looks better. I'm actually going to do something else. I'm going to grab let me grab an older bone folder. I need to get some new bone folders actually, because a lot of my bone folders have got a little bit grungy now, and I need new ones. This one's already been dirtied up a little bit. So I'm actually going to do this to the surface of it. So if you haven't seen this before, this is something you might want to pay attention to. When you first get an ink pad, it can be quite juicy, and too juicy, especially for these distinctive types of stamps. So what you want to do is you want to either get the back of a spoon and massage the ink into the pad, or you get your bone folder and push it in, one or the other. Okay, neither is better. You can see it, and it will get a bit of discoloration. So you know, if you've got a baby wipe handy or a cleaner or something, then give that a clean. I'm just going to see if sometimes I have my spoon here. Here you go. I think there's a spoon. There you go. Spoon. So that would be the other thing. And when you do this, when you massage it in, you should be able to see the pad will change color a little bit because the ink is no longer sitting on the top of the pad. So I'm really giving it a good massage. Right, so either with a bone folder or get a spoon and then wipe it off later. All right, so now, so you can see full strength, not full strength. Let's try this again, and I'm going to show you the difference. All right, somewhere in between the two, okay? This is more what it needs to look like. So I'm going to do this on here, and I'm coming in from the edge a bit because that's what I wanted. And then if I wanted to, I could try again just and see how it looks if I do a second generation stamp. No, that's way too light. So this is the one I'm going to use. And can you see how like part of it is darker and part of it is lighter? So that is how it's meant to look. It's meant to look kind of washed. All right, I'm going to grab some Moody Mauve. I love Moody Mauve. I think it's such a nice color. It's got a lot of body to it, if that makes sense at all. I think this is a very strong color, and I like that. It's not insipid at all, like some colors I would describe. It's a little bit, I don't know, they lack confidence. This color does not lack confidence. Right, and then I'm actually going to use this over the whole piece. Normally I would only do part of it, but I'm actually going to use it over the whole thing. So I'm going to cut this down to 13 point, oh, hang on a second. Yep. So I'm going to go 9.5 by 13.8, which is the same measurement I used on the last one actually. Let's pop that straight on there. Look at this on the back too. Isn't that nice? Look at that. And there's a bit of a Moody Mauvey color to that as well. I love that as well. Let's cut this and then we can decide whether we want to stick with the foil side. This is ready to go through, but I'm going to grab my decal circles when I find them because I just put them down somewhere. Here they are. And I'm going to work out what color no, that's too big. I'm going to come down, and the nice thing about these, this is getting closer. I am not sure whether I want to go up to the bigger one because I'm going to be cutting part of this off. See, I want to actually cut it in part, but there's a lot here and a lot here, so maybe not. Maybe I stick with that smaller one. All right, so I'm going to run this through my machine. Put that back in, straight back in, and then we've got this here. Now I've also got a couple of little marks on there, but that's okay. They seem to be coming off okay. This paper's nice. I don't know. Now I've got this like this. Oh, you know what? I should have done this on vanilla, not white. Silly me. Vanilla would have looked better. Now I also want to add, do we want to go to vanilla or do we want to stay on the white? Yes, I have booked for Melbourne, Megan. I've registered for on stage. I've booked my flights. I've got my accommodation all done. So happy about that. What are you guys talking about back up there? That is, what do you mean I need to go to Vinnie's and get an old spoon? I don't know if you can see this spoon. This was in my mum's. This came out of our family, like in the drawer at my mum's house. It's one of those apostle spoons from years and years and years ago that these used to be around, I believe. I have had this forever, this spoon, and I don't think I'll ever part with it. Used to be the egg. There used to be the egg spoon, the spoons that we ate our boiled eggs with. So yeah, back needs massaging. Awesome. The hive looking one, that's the one we've got. I'm just going back through and seeing if I've missed any other messages. You guys are funny. I love my SU trimmer. Seriously, I'm so happy with this particular trimmer, and I have used a lot of trimmers. Seriously. I prefer the leaves. I like the leaves too. I didn't even think about them, but they weren't the original choice. I mean, we certainly, and now I'm thinking I should have gone with vanilla, but anyway, it's white. A keeper spoon. That's exactly right. I know, right? I agree. I think vanilla would have looked better. But this is what we got. So I'm going to go with it. And I'm thinking, I love the leaves too, but I'm thinking I'm going to come in here with, well, my Moody Mauve might be too, I'm going to actually, I wonder if the pink is going to look wrong. I want to use a bit of blending. So I'm wondering if I can add some pink below here. It might be okay. If it's not, I'll go over it with the Moody Mauve, but I'm going to start with the pink. I think it's going to work. Can we see that's got a little bit of colour to it now? The mauve might also work. Your mum had those too? I know, right? That would be awesome. I'd love to catch up. That would be so good. Oh, you're at the gym. You're a good girl, Dolores. I like the leaves too. What do people think? Should we switch out and go with the leaves just for something different? Or should we stay with the copper? They both look good. If we stay with the copper, I was going to actually add a couple of copper leaves because I have a couple, I think, in my use it up box, or well, that's what Ellen calls it, but I usually call it my scrap box. Let me see if I can find a couple in here. And if not, I can always cut a couple. I love the leaves in the dies in this set. Well, there's one there, but I didn't want to use the brown, but I was thinking about just using a couple of these leaves, these little copper leaves with the oxidized paper. The brown's not bright, but I won't use that one because that one's already attached to that piece of brown. Oh, and look, there's another one on a circle, on a deckled circle, no less. What do you guys think? Shall we have a couple of, this is the beautiful, this paper here. I had cut this circle for a scrapbook page actually, but I'm thinking I might cut a couple of the little leaves out of it. The leaves are awesome. They're gorgeous. Oh, I'm sorry, Rose. Yeah, I have to admit, I am very fortunate because I'm at a Silver Elite level with Stampin' Up, which means I get one free event a year, and I've chosen Melbourne on Stage as my free event, so I didn't have to actually pay for the event. I did pay for the Thursday night stamping, which is like an add-on if you was an optional thing, but I didn't pay for the main event. So I was very, very fortunate. I'll have to pre-record something for you guys that week, unless I go live while we're there, but I don't think I'll be able to because I think we have a function on the Friday night. I will have to make another card with the leaves. Agreed. All right, the copper. All right, people are saying the copper. And do we like the bit of sponging under here? Do we like that, or do we not like that? I'm going to get the autumn leaves. I'm just trying to remember if it's a big set or a small set. I can't remember. See, I have my big set and my small dies and my big dies, the 6x6 ones. I have them stored in different boxes. So I have a feeling maybe it's a big one because this doesn't seem to be anywhere that I can see in the small one. Ah, found it. It's a big one. Okay. So you can see, I love these dies. These are really nice. They've got the big leaf, which I'm not using on this one. And then we've got these little ones. Look, these are the, and you can cut a couple of them at the same time because there's more than one. I love that, right? So I'm going to cut those out of my copper piece. I'm wondering how many we're going to need. I'll start with 2 and then we'll see if we need any more. This one's stuck. I need to grab my, where is it? My take your pick tool is out of so I'm just going to use my pokey tool. This decided to get stuck. Look at that. There we go. And then these, I don't know if you know, there's little holes in the back here. If you don't know this, when you put a pokey tool through the hole, it pushes it off, so it releases it. So there's one. And this one. 2. Let's see how, I think we're going to need 3, but usually the magic number is 3. Maybe 1 here. And I want to trim this off. Okay, so I'm going to put this here, and then I'm going to trim this off. And you can either use a trimmer or you can use your scissors, either way. If I'm going to be putting it, and I think I will put it on dimensionals, so sometimes it's better. I don't think it'll matter in this case. I'll go 3. 1, 2, and 3. Like that. And I'm just going to turn this over. You, like I said, you could go either way. You could use scissors or your trimmer. Just like that. Right, now this one is going to go straight on here. So the leaves are really stunning, aren't they? I love all the colours in them. I love that. I have mostly used the copper sides just because I love the copper, but there's some of these photograph pictures on the back that are just beautiful. All right, so I'm going to have one of these here, and I'm going to pop that on dimensionals as well, I believe. I only need 1. And then we'll have another one here. So I'll pop that one there like so. And I'm wondering do we want another one or do we want something else, a ribbon? Or I usually do 3 elements, and I'm wondering if having 2 is enough. What do you think? I mean, I could do a third one that maybe is underneath our circle, or a third one that goes this way. What do you think, guys? Oh, I know. Well, they're going to be around for a while, so that's okay. They do look very 3D. Put my dies back in the folder. You guys are looking after me, aren't you? I'm deciding if we need whether we need a third one, or whether I should use something else. I could put, you know, like tie a little bit of linen thread or something like that. So I am not sure. Let's put these back. So I hope I've given you a bit of good information, and, you know, if you've got the information, then you're able to make it, you know, better decisions. So when Tuesday's Last Chance gets released, if you know that you're waiting for something that's going to be discounted, some of the discounted items probably will sell very quickly. So if something is discounted, I'd be running to get it as quickly as you can. But if there's something you particularly wanted, then feel like, you know, don't wait too long, and it could be gone. So I'm not just saying that. I just know from past experience that retiring sales often go that way. Another leaf. Do you think so? You're welcome, Margaret. 3 leaves, says Solvega, and another leaf, says Megan. Yeah, okay. So, all right. So we will do another one. Okay. Let me just cut one more. cut one more. And I will put it back straight away, I promise, Margaret. And you cut that. So this oxidized paper is also staying. So you don't have to worry, rush to get this, because it's going to be around for a good long while yet. I don't know where I put my... Oh, here it is. Here it is. Okay, so I'm going to cut the third leaf now. Has everyone been enjoying the Technique Tuesdays? I started those 2 weeks ago, so I've done 2 now, and so far they seem to be getting a good response. So if anybody particularly wants me to do a technique that that you would like to see, you are certainly able to request it. I'm very happy to take requests for anything, any techniques that you guys particularly want to see. Margaret, I've just put that other leaf back in just so you don't have to stress, okay? All good. It's done. You like them? Good. That's great. Oh, thank you so much, Cherie. All right, so that is looking really good. I'm going to pop this one. I'm putting that. I wonder, where do I want... I'm actually going to make this one at the same level rather than popped up. So let me see. If I want that to go this way, then I need to put this one right here on this edge. And then a little bit of probably Tombow. Let me see if I've got any. Yeah, I do have some here on the table. Just a little bit up here. That way the top is stuck down with the Tombow and the bottom is held up with the dimensional down here. All right, now I feel like we are going to need some bling on this card. A bit different to the other one. It's not blingy. Well, it is a little bit blingy, but nothing like the last one was. The last one was over the top, right? So let me see what bling we've got that would look really great with this. Got some options. We've got... I don't actually have the speckled dots that match this. I never got those. We have these copper sequins. Those could look good. The, what do we call these? Metallic rustic dots. Those would actually those would look really nice. You know, not as shiny as everything else, but really good. There's also these bronze, like these. It's a copper, and then these are more of a bronze. Those would look nice as well. A little bit more of a contrast. So there's a couple of good choices. The other ones that would be a good choice would be the brush metallic dots. We've got copper and bronze. So there's those. We have some good choices here for these ones. I don't think we're going to go wrong tonight. Oh, and on here we have the copper clay dots. Those would also look, they're very coppery. They look very nice. And I do also have some moody mauve dots. So moody mauve here. So those would also look really beautiful. Oh, too many choices, guys. What do you think? What time on Tuesdays? 2 o'clock, Leslie. That's the last couple of days. If I have a 3 o'clock day, there might be some days that I need to go a little later, but it'll be 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock, something like that. But I'll always have an announcement up in the morning to tell you what time. How about a blue dot? Probably not blue on this one, I don't think, Jamie. No one's... It is a good choice, but I don't really have any blues that would go with this particularly. The copper clay, says Glenda. Okay, that one I can do. So let's put those away, and let's pull out our copper clay. And I'm going to use my pokey tool again, or a take your pick tool if you've got one handy. And I'm going to pick one of those up, one of the larger ones. And then I think I'll do a couple of smaller ones up near the top. So one here, and maybe one here. Yeah, I think so. What do we think about that? Do we like that? All right, and then let's put the whole thing, given that this is white, I'll go onto a white card base, but if I had done a vanilla circle, I would have gone onto a vanilla card base. So I would match those up. There we go. Totally different to, I had no idea what we were going to do. I just knew what I wanted to use, but not how it was going to turn out. So it's a surprise to everyone, including me. There we go. That looks really good. Let's whack this on with some Tombow. It doesn't matter what glue you use. Any you like. The nice thing about the Friday nights and Sunday nights is, even though I don't always know what we're going to do, I'm always happy with, well, almost always happy with how it turns out. Occasionally, I do a card that I think, oh no, that one needs to, needs probably to go, I need to put it in the bin or give it to someone I don't like. Of course, I wouldn't be giving a card to anyone I didn't like, good or bad. So there you go. That's just a joke. All right, so that's how that turned out. Now let's get some of these things off the desk, off the table here. And let's see, what did I do with my Melon Mambo card? Did anyone see where that ended up? Oh, here it is. Found it. So this is the two cards we ended up doing tonight. Kind of on the pinker side. This one, though, you can't even really see because of how shiny it is. It looks very, very pink in my vision, but on the camera with the light directly above it, it doesn't so much. So I'm hoping tomorrow, when I have the light coming in through my window, it will be more suitable to get this photographed and get it looking nice, because very tricky to photograph. So there you go. There's our cards. What do you think, guys? Do we like them? So here's what we've got coming up, just so everybody knows, just a recap. Okay, on Tuesday we have the retired list discounts starting, but you can shop from the retired list now, and I will put the list in my VIP group for you. So if you're in Australia but you're not in the VIP list, you need to send me a request to join and I'll add you. The second thing that's coming up is Craft Along. Instead of being next Saturday, due to some family things, it won't be until the following Wednesday. So my apologies for that, but it's just out of my control. And then what else do we have coming up? For those of you who are demonstrators, we have pre-order beginning in December. And if anyone would like to see what I've already got for some of my pre-order items, you can go and watch the unboxing video that I did yesterday. And apart from that, this weekend, guess what we're doing? Anyone want to guess? We've got family coming this week. So that means that we're getting into the spare room and getting it all spruced up ready for our company, because I don't know about you, but our spare room in between times becomes the dumping ground for all kinds of things that we don't know what to do with. So we've got to fix that up this week. Does anyone else do that? Yes, join the VIP list, please, Jamie. That would be awesome. The other thing I'm hoping everybody will subscribe to my YouTube channel, because that's how I get people, more and more people to find me. A lot of my new customers have found me through YouTube. So that's why I try and build that subscriber list all the time. So please subscribe, because that helps me get seen by more people. Yes, it will be fun. That'd be good. All right, you guys. So I hope you all have a fabulous weekend. Think of me as I'm cleaning out the spare room and making it all pretty. And by the time I see you all on Sunday night, hopefully that will all be done. I'm really hoping that it will. All right, you guys. Have a fantastic week, and I will see you on Sunday. Bye-bye.